Good evening, everyone. Welcome. It is May 17th, and this is the May 2023 meeting of the Village of Tivoli Board of Trustees. Would you please join me and rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. We will begin, please, with the village clerk's report. Clerk Bruno.
In the past month, there were 488 trash tags sold. 2 payrolls were processed by Treasurer Bonnie Day. The Deputy Clerk, Laura Tyler, she continues to work with the Planning and Zoning Boards. They've been pretty busy. Monday, May 29th, the Village Clerk's office will be closed in order to observe Memorial Day. And 11 a.m. Memorial Day, Monument Hill, be the Veterans ceremony.
11 a.m. on the 29th.
Correct, Monument Hill. And I believe you'll be speaking?
I will be making my remarks, as I do every year that I can.
Wonderful.
With the wonderful gentleman of the Harris Smith Post, yes. Trustees, we have a single set of minutes in your binder, April 19th, regular board meeting minutes. Is there a motion to accept the minutes? Second. That was Major, followed by Schilling. All in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to the treasurer's report. This month, we spent in the general fund $53,219.84, which is also our total, $53,219.84. Is there a motion to approve the treasurer's report? Is there a second?
Second.
Baldino, followed by Mangieri. All in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion to pay the bills? So moved. That's made by Mangieri. Is there a second?
Second.
Deputy Mayor, all in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to zoning report. Trustee Schilling, will you do that one?
Okay, lower the activities from the Code Enforcement Department for the above mentioned time frame. Building permits reviewed 6, building permits issued 4, complaints 2, complaints investigated 2, zoning or property maintenance violations 2, 0 appearance tickets, 0 municipal searches, 10 inspections. That's the report.
That inspection was pretty busy. Thank you, Trustee Schilling. We don't have members of the public here, so we'll move right into regular business. 3 items on the agenda. The 2023-2024 tax warrant, a resolution authorizing the Community Development Block Grant project for Broadway sidewalks, and a motion to return to clerk's office summer hours. The tax warrant. This commands the treasurer, Bonnie Day, to issue the village taxes for the current budget, which will total $514,493. And she is to collect these without additional charge between the first day of June and the first day of July 2023. Afterwards, there will be late penalties. Is there a motion to adopt the 23-24 tax warrant?
I would say yes, but it sounds so bossy.
It's very, did you read all the words? It's very bossy.
I want to be very clear who is telling her to do this, so that if she gets yelled at, we get yelled at. There's no ambiguity about she's up to something.
There's nothing ambiguous in this.
Exactly.
No.
I'm sure there's a reason that it's just that way. She did walk in the other day and said, "I'm about to get commanded," didn't she? Right? She had a. She made a little joke.
She knew it was coming.
She knew it was coming.
Yeah.
So, is there a motion to command the treasurer to issue the tax warrant?
Yes, politely.
Is there a second?
I'll
Okay.
second it.
Major Baldino, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next, we have the resolution authorizing the award of bid for the 2023 Broadway Sidewalk Phase 4 to Frank Fosberg and Sons. And in the Base bid amount of $79,707. We're going with alternate 2, which is a additional piece of drainage work in the amount of $16,450 for a total bid amount of $96,157. We had 3 different firms submit bids. Fosberg & Sons is the lowest responsible bidder. They've done plenty of projects here in the village. I think we can expect good work from them. And this work is to happen in July. And this is about 500 feet of new sidewalk, replacing that broken bluestone that runs from the former St. Sylvia's westward towards Cotsbone. So it'll be a full 5-foot wide, monolithic concrete curb, ADA compliant. So I also want to thank Crawford and Associates and Dutchess County, because it's their road, so we worked closely with them, and particularly Crawford worked closely with them to get all the permits and whatnot. Is there a motion to award this bid to Vosberg & Sons for $96,157?
So moved.
That was Trustee Mangieri. Is there a second?
Second.
We'll do a roll call, please. Deputy Mayor Major?
Aye.
Trustee Baldino?
Aye.
Trustee Schilling?
Aye.
Trustee Mangieri?
Aye.
And I also vote aye.
I have a little historical tidbit about the sidewalks.
Yes.
So you will have noticed that the sidewalks that came out of Woods Road were huge, right? Like big, beautiful slabs of bluestone. And the ones back on here, not so lovely. Apparently the whole village, right? Like the original sidewalks were the big, beautiful slabs. But they were taken up in the, it's interesting. I think there might have been a correlation with the drainage, with the sewer going in. Because the big slabs became the pool deck around the Ward Manor pool.
Wow.
In the bays.
Oh, wow.
So, and then they disappeared into private hands.
That's a
Ward
lot
Manor
of slabs.
business. It's a lot of slabs. I mean, I'm sure there were more that went other places,
Yeah. Wow.
but yeah, so,
Interesting.
My house was built, I think, in 1938, something like that. When my back patio was full blue stone. And that patio, that picture that you showed me with the old ladies,
yeah.
that stone was still there when we moved in. Half of that, like, sidewalk
The
was
ladies
still
with the
there.
hats.
Yeah.
So the village is going to keep all the bluestone pieces that are larger than 16 inches, and we'll reuse them elsewhere in the village so that we all still benefit from the beautiful material. Nice idea came up last week that maybe we'll use some of that for the trailhead or trailheads for the cat. And then smaller pieces, there's probably going to be the People's Palette where you can come and get tiny pieces if you're interested. Okay, next we have the motion to return to the clerk's office summer hours, which I believe closing Fridays at noon,
Correct.
Memorial Day through Labor Day. Is that correct?
Yes, May 26th through September 1st.
Okay.
Can we command the clerk to go on summer hours?
You certainly can.
Okay. Is there a motion to command the clerk and her office to return to summer hours?
I move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Have a nice summer. Excellent, thank you. Our next board meeting will be held Wednesday, June 21st at 7 p.m., preceded by a workshop at 6 p.m. here at the Peister Hall. And our regular workshop will be on June 14th, 2023. And I'm looking forward to the Village Board of Trustees returning to our pre-pandemic workspaces on the second floor of this building. Unless we had, a very large crowd, we can move back up here. But it's been several years since we met workshops at the conference table in the mayor's office and our board meetings in the courtroom. And it'll also be nice, it's the first year of the new, municipal calendar, June 1st. The president declared the COVID emergency over, so it seems like the right time to go back there. And actually, the quorum of the board, a majority, has served since we used to meet there. So I think the deputy mayor are the only ones who know what those spaces are like. So we'll try it. If we hate it, we've got a big building, we can move back. But I think it'll be nice to change it up. Moving into trustee reports, Trustee Schilling.
The only thing I have to report was that was at the installation dinner, fire department installation dinner, at one time. Joe was there, Emily, the deputy mayor was there, and it was good to meet a lot of firemen I'd never met before, and talk to people, politicians were there, Congressman Ryan was there, it was pretty cool, until I got stuck. Other than that, I got to pick up stuck back in the box, and I'd come back in the morning and have one of the firemen pull me out. Everybody was getting stuck.
Oh, because it
Double
was in Tivoli.
axle pickup trucks were stuck. They were just sunk.
And the Congressman's Prius.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Once it happens, like-
But if you're gonna get stuck, the fire department dinner is the right place, right?
And it was pitch black out there, there's no light.
Oh, that's right.
It was a really nice evening.
Everybody was down and dirty in the
You
bog.
said you
Yeah.
didn't go.
Yeah.
And it rained that day, and I
Yes.
said, I'm not gonna go.
Yeah,
I didn't wanna go with the rain.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Trustee Baldino, wanna do the court report?
Well, this month, we had a total of $899.08 in fines, $75 in surcharge, $6 in civil fees, for a total of $980.08.
Thank you. Trustee Mangieri, anything you'd like to report on? Oh, we got the police report.
Yeah.
Police report, and in the month of April, there were 15 incidences and 10 uniform traffic tickets issued, 2 parking tickets, and no arrests.
Very good. Deputy Mayor Major?
Great things at the library, as always, check out Tivoli Free Library online. What I'm particularly excited about is the historic Red Hook Then and Now Festival coming up. It is June 3rd at the Elmendorf sort of campus there, and this is like a, gosh, maybe 6th or 7th event, and it's really looking at the history of the town of Red Hook, which of course includes the village of Tivoli and the village of Red Hook. And also there are some preservation tradespeople who will be there exhibiting. There's a blacksmith who comes every year, and he's got his forge set up, and that's really great. And there's a guy there who does traditional shingle roofs, and there's a stonemason who builds a section of wall. So it's fun, it's a good day, and there's food and music, so that's June 3rd, mark your calendars. The Hudson River sweep a couple weekends ago was awesome, and we got more garbage than we have in a couple of years. Even with your brother doing his pre-cleanup, we still managed to fill the truck.
It's a lot of garbage.
It was a lot of garbage. There was one tire, a barrel,
A boogie board.
a boogie board, a ton of metal scrapping that gets left when the railroad gets improvements made to it. But it was a beautiful day to be down at the river, and we had probably 20 volunteers, including Peter and Robin's assistant over there. So it was great. It was a lot of fun. And anybody who's interested, it's an annual event. And of course, everyone is free to pick up garbage anywhere, all the time. At any time. And today is a particularly good reason why you should, because the spring winds really kick up the trash. So if you see it, pick it up. Otherwise, it's going to end up in the river and eventually choke a sea turtle. Otherwise, it's the usual report. The dock is in. Go use it. When you're down there, you can see the beavers. There's a bunch of them, and they are
Active.
just super active. Oh yeah, they are massive and slapping their tails. And the ticks are vicious this year. I mean, worse than ever, and it's a bumper crop of poison ivy. So
I have to chime in about the ticks. A lot of us have cats here in the village. My cat goes outside from the morning through night. He had 12 on him when I came home the other night, which is more than usual. He gets combed and brushed, and I know my neighbors have dogs. They go for a walk, just walking down the sidewalk. The dogs touch it, and they have ticks on them.
totally.
It's unbelievable. And I found my first Lone Star tick in this area.
First
Which,
what?
the Lone Star tick,
Wow.
which they said they've been finding it in New Jersey. I found one on the cat not too long ago.
What does it look like?
They have a little white dot, and they're nasty because they carry other diseases that we're not used to having.
Okay, so we have the tiny ticks,
The
right?
tiny ticks.
deer ticks, and then we have the dog ticks, which are like
Yep.
bigger and
Right.
brown with yellow spots,
Yep.
little tiny spots.
And there were a lot of wood ticks too, and
Yeah.
then I found a Lone Star tick,
Most are ticks, huh?
Wow.
which I've heard, we've had them up in Columbia County where I work, but
Maybe you're the vector.
this was the first one I've seen here. But luckily all I do is work and go home, so I can't be
Maybe
that.
they're just usually in your house, right?
But they're incredible, the amount of ticks that there are outside. It's like shocking, scary,
All right, well, so pick up garbage
and ticks.
and ticks.
All right, we're gonna come back for you later.
Yep.
Let's see, the Climate Smart Communities Task Force has been working away, logging a lot of their documentation to try and score points through the state program to get us bronze certification here in the village. And there's been some wonderful overlap between folks on that task force who are also on the tree committee. So the tree committee, last few weeks, we've been going around and doing an inventory of all the municipal trees, the street trees, trees at the park, Monument Hill, etc. And a tree inventory is one of the actionable items which can get you points in the task force. We have a wonderful new member of the tree committee who just moved to Tivoli about a month ago. We spent 8 years working for New York City in urban forestry, so she's coming with a lot of expertise we're excited about. And she was, if I may say, not unimpressed with like all the municipal trees when I gave her the tour of everything we planted in the last 6 years. So she thought for a little place that was pretty good. So we're holding our own against the Big Apple, I guess. Memorial Day, the 29th at 11 a.m. will be up on Monument Hill, up on Broadway with the Harris Smith Post, recognizing those who've served our country. We are, the deputy clerk and I are working hard on Tivoli Rec Camp, which is again slated to occur in August. It'll be running the week of the 7th and the following week, 9 to 2. We're working on all the paperwork with the County Board of Health right now, and we should have signups ready in about 2 or 3 weeks. So remember that, we'll be doing the camp again. I'm not sure if you'll see this on Panda before it happens, but street sweeping is going to be tomorrow and Friday this week. And please be mindful and move your cars because they don't come back. If they have to sweep around your car, you're going to be the one with the like spilled ashtray in front of your house as they sweep around and back down the street. So if you can just see when they come, move your car, or better yet, keep it in your driveway, that would be great. And big thanks to Superintendent Burke and her staff at the town of Red Hook for helping us out with street sweeping. We make a modest contribution by a set of brushes, and they've been very generous to help us with that every year because they've got the vehicle. And we have a date for Tivoli Community Day, which is going to be the first Saturday in August. That'll be August 5th. It's going to be in the park. We can expect a band, a DJ. Tivoli Fire Department, again, is going to be fundraising with a beer tent. And I've reactivated the Sesquicentennial Games Committee.
Woo!
Because they have done that last year, so they'll be working on games for the kids of all ages. So August 5th. And I'm not sure how soon we'll be taking signups, Robin, but yard sale day will be the weekend before that, the last Saturday in July. So I'll be doing some announcements about those dates in an email blast soon when we have them all locked in. And with that, I'd like to turn it back to the Deputy Mayor, who's also our village historian, to talk about former Mayor Lorraine Reed, who recently passed away.
So we have a tradition of, closing meetings in honor of Tivolians who have recently passed away. And Lorraine Reed was the second female mayor of the village of Tivoli. She was born in Philadelphia in 1929, traveled the world, jumped out of a plane, had a really remarkable career as an advertising and marketing executive at a time when, for women to do that was pretty just notable. And she moved to the village in 1987. and just quickly became involved in the community. And she worked at the Bard Nursery School and joined a bunch of the committees, including the Solid Waste Management Committee, which is sort of a springboard to greatness in the village. She joined the Board of Trustees in 1989 and became the deputy mayor under Woody Neese, and then was elected mayor in 1993. And one of the projects that she was really involved with was the renovation of this building, which, you know, had fallen into disrepair and was put on the National Register in order to qualify for grant money and just give the village back this amazing meeting hall and offices and all that. So she was 93 years old, and her family remembers her for, in particular, her adventuresome spirit. So thank you, Lorraine Reed, for what you did for Tivoli.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Trustees, do you have anything else before we adjourn?
Emily, the first female mayor was the pastor's daughter.
It was De Peyster's granddaughter, 1921. I think she was the first female village president, I think, in all of New York State.
Third time's a charm. Just saying.
I was thinking in my head, I'm like, Emily could be the third.
Oh, when you say Emily, I think of you.
We're not getting political, but a little friendly teasing there. So with that, I want to thank everyone. And is there a motion to adjourn our May meeting in memory and appreciation of Mayor Lorraine Reed?
I move.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It is 7:26. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.